Hit that pause button and see if you can figure it out. When you're ready, hit play and I'll give you the explanation. So one thing to recognize, if we have two chords in the same circle and they are equal, it means they are both equidistant from the center. So the distance from the center to any chord is a segment coming down that is perpendicular with that chord. So we can tell like this red segment is actually the distance of this chord from the center. Now, since these two chords are equal, it would stand to reason that if I drew a segment down from the center down over there, it would be the same length as the red segment down here. So let me do that now. So now we have this red segment here, and I'm going to put a little right angle there. Now, what's interesting about this original triangle is, of course, both of these are congruent, meaning both of those are 20 degrees. And moreover, since this is a right angle, that means that we initially had an isosceles right triangle, which means that these inside angles are therefore going to be 45 degrees. This is another special right triangle, and it's a 45, 45, 90. Now, what's significant about this is if this is 45 degrees and we see that this is a 90-degree angle, right? Because it's coming down, it's the distance from the center. I know that this angle right here has to be 45 as well, because every triangle, all the angles add up to 180 degrees. Now, since this is a 45, 45, 90, it means that this side right here is congruent to this side right here. Moreover, in a 45, 45, 90, these are the legs. This is the hypotenuse. To go from the hypotenuse to a leg, we simply divide by square root 2. Now, this is going to give me the length of this red segment, which is also equal to this red segment down here, which will give us our answer. But I don't see 20 over rad 2, and that's because in general, we don't want to have a radical in the denominator. We don't do that in mathematics, so we need to figure out how to get rid of that. And the way we can do that is multiply by rad 2 over rad 2, okay? Because I'm not changing anything here. This is just 1. You know, anything over itself is 1. So this is a legal move to keep the value of the expression, but just reformat it. So on the bottom, we have rad 2 times rad 2, which is 2. On top, we have 20 times rad 2, which is just 20 rad 2. Now we can simplify 20 over 2, which is 10. And we end up with 10 rad 2 centimeters, which means B is the winner. Done.